weather capable, where of course in the Second World War single-seat Hurricanes, Spitfires tended to be daylight hours only and tended to be clear air mass fighters, good weather.
The sophistication of modern combat aircraft demands a great deal more training than cases during the Battle of Britain. Although the training regimen is now more elaborate,
is first of all obviously ability, and that's the most important thing. Does he have the ability to think quickly under pressure? We're looking for a degree of aggression, but a controlled aggression, and equally we're looking for determination, because obviously it's not the easiest job in the world, and you want someone really who has his mind set on becoming what we are today, fighter pilots.
During training to become a Tornado pilot, a candidate must advance through various training aircraft, each increasing in its level of complexity. Starting with the Chipmunk trainer for elementary training, the pilot will then progress to basic training, flying the Tucano turboprop trainer. It has also been built in ground attack and single-seat fighter versions. Perhaps the best-known use of the Hawk is by the RAF's precision flying team, the world-famous Red Arrows. Acknowledged as one of the world's premier aerobatic teams, the Red Arrows are the public face of the Royal Air Force. The team supports wider British aerospace technology interests through international promotion. Each year, the Red Arrows demonstrate British skill and industry to thousands of people worldwide. Today, new pilots flying the Tornado F-3 Interceptor are assigned to the wing at RAF Leeming, Lushars, or Waddington. RAF Leeming is one of the largest tornado stations in Britain and one of the few fighter bases that still have strong ties to the Battle of Britain. In 1940, it was home to Blenheim Night Fighters of the 219th Squadron. Leeming was rejuvenated in the late 1980s with the arrival of the Tornado F-3s. Its modern facilities belie its historic RAF connections. Modern air bases have an elaborate network of concrete runways instead of the grass fields common during the Battle of Britain. With the use of jet engines, hard runways are an absolute must, as debris sucked up from the ground can damage the delicate turbine blades. One of the most distinctive features of modern air bases is the hardened aircraft shelter, often called a HAZ. The HAZ is home for the aircraft and its crew. The ground destruction of the Egyptian Air Force in the 1967 Six-Day War propelled the construction of hardened shelters, which sprang up like mushrooms in both Eastern and Western Europe. The shelters are designed to withstand the near miss from high explosive bombs and are vented in the event chemical weapons are used. The HAZ is also used to conduct daily aircraft maintenance by the ground crew.
When I joined the Air Force, I chose to be an engine mechanic. I like the mechanical side of it and actually fixing things, changing things. My trade responsibility is for the jet engines, the oil systems and the fuel systems, but I'm also responsible for crewing in the air crew, marshalling the aircraft and servicing.
The Tornado incorporates a broad range of novel technologies. These sophisticated features were coupled with concerted efforts to simplify its maintenance compared to older RAF multi-engine jet aircraft.
No, there's no comparison. The whole idea of Tornado was to ease the maintenance task, which they've done a reasonably good job on. The airframe is far more easier to maintain. access panels, modern access panels where you don't need a tool to undo fasteners, they just flip open. So it's advances all round.
While the ground crew prepares the aircraft for its next mission, the pilot and navigator suit up.
The G pants designed, they have air pumped into them as G comes on an aircraft, just to stop the blood pooling in the bottom of your legs, to keep as much blood as possible into the top half of your body. The immersion suit is designed for going into the water. It allows your skin to breathe while you're in the aircraft and walking around. But if you do go into the water, the meshing in the material will close up and stop water getting in and keeping you dry. It's just air from the air conditioning system is blown through the hole. This one down the front to get in and out of. Got your life jacket. When they made the Tornado, they introduced the arm sleeves for arm restraints for high-speed ejection, where the arm restraints this part here will come down and pull your arms in so they don't move around and get broken. Then attach your G-hose in. This will attach to the aircraft seat, so you've got air going in there for your G-pants, your microphone, headset, radios through there, and your oxygen through there, coming up this hose here. In this pocket here you have the flares and other useful bits of kit just to use if you're stuck out in the sea or the hills, and that's where the beacon's kept. This here, if you pull this, will inflate the life jacket. Goes over the head, you've got a chin strap, straps to tighten up the headpiece on top of you. Your microphone then attaches in to connect you to the main part of the aircraft. Oxygen mask hose goes straight in for the oxygen system, and then the mask then attaches up to your face. Got the two visors.
The aircraft stands by for its new assignment. The success of the Tornado depends on the air and ground crew of the Air Defense Wing, as well as on the supporting units of Strike Command. A familiar sight to Tornado air crews is the massive VC-10 tanker aircraft. Used for mid-air refueling, the VC-10 can extend the endurance of the Tornado from about 2 hours to more than 10 hours, with the Tornado's internal fuel and occasional aerial connections. With refueling complete, the Tornado proceeds on its mission. As capable an interceptor as the Tornado F-3 is, it is in the process of being replaced by the Typhoon, a multinational jet originally known as the Eurofighter 2000. The Typhoon is an agile, single-seat multi-role aircraft optimized for high-altitude supersonic air combat. However, it is capable of operating at much lower levels in the ground attack role as well. One major advantage of the Typhoon is its ability to undertake swing roll missions. For these missions, a Typhoon can be equipped to engage in both air-to-air and ground attack missions in regardless of the aircraft. The traditions established during the Battle of Britain will be carried on by the Royal Air Force with expertise and valor.